tag team fight is set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing team number one from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, at a total combined weight of 182 kilos, Dark Panther E. Blue Panther Jr.
Brother tag team set for competition, of course. We all know the legend of the great Blue Panther, and what a standout outing he had a number of weeks ago in Battle Riot 7. But his two sons joining forces tonight for an already deep matchup in a deep tag team division.
And their opponents from Japan at a total combined weight of 476 pounds, Shigeo Okumura and Satoshi Kojima, CozyMAX.
You know, Austin, I'm still not used to seeing Satoshi Kojima walk to a Major League Wrestling ring without a championship around his waist. He's made so much history, broken so many records as an MLW World and World Tag Team Champion. This is the first time we're seeing CozyMAX since they lost those titles down in Arena, Mexico.
Yeah, what I'm looking for here is how well are they going to function as a team? I'm hearing there's a little dissension here. They're not traveling together anymore. They're not eating at Waffle House together. You know, sometimes when you lose titles like that, you know, they can create a little bit of a rift. So let's see how well their teamwork functions in this match, not having the championship titles around their waist.
Well, I've heard a lot of those same rumors that Kojima and Okumura arrived in separate cars this afternoon, that maybe some people have caught them behind closed doors with a little bit of a louder tone with one another than we normally expect. And you know, Austin, you being a competitor as well, you know what it's like to be in the heat of the moment, the passion of a win and a loss, the money, the prestige, and certainly the pride and honor that Kojima and Okumura take in being champions. And sometimes the way you bounce back can make or break you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, there's always going to be a drop-off when you lose titles, you know, and sometimes you've been spending so much time with your partner, you've been on the road, you've been traveling, you just need a bit of a break. You know, you need to regroup a little bit. So let's see if they can regroup here tonight against, I like to call them the Panther brothers.
Very astute of you. Dark Panther in the ring now, and Divinos Laguneros. Kojima in control, and certainly this crowd here in Chicago is very heavily, Lucha Libre influenced and based, and that's going to give a bit of a home field advantage, even though Kojima's beloved throughout the MLW world. Dark and Blue Panther Jr. have a bit of an advantage with the crowd in Chicago as Kojima with a hip lock takeover and follow through nicely done.
And Kojima in this match obviously is going to be the man with the strength advantage. Whoa.
Blue Panther Jr., the oldest of the two sons, in now with Okumura. Rapid exchanges on both sides. Okumura, 20-plus years in the sport. A mentor, a champion, a legend.
Tell you what, Blue Panther Jr. is not a small man, and to show that kind of agility he just did right there is really impressive.
A nice thrust kick. Takes Okumura down. Look out, of course, the
over here.
Kojima right in front of our announce table. Of course, the legend of Blue Panther goes back 40 years to the start of the father's career and continues to this day. Something so sacred in Lucha Libre lore as Okumura sandwiched in the corner. And Okumura, great ring presence by the veteran to find the rope.
Yep, know where you are at all times. That foot on the rope saves you. But I tell you right now, he's been working at a disadvantage. He's been getting double teamed by the Panther brothers. Kojima hasn't been able to find his way in the ring.
And you can see Okumura in a prone position, almost defenseless, as Dark Panther measures and drives down. And that...
How is that even legal?
Well, that's a judgment call. It's fast and loose with Lucha Libre rules. There's a 2 count. by Blue Panther Jr. on Okumura. You know, Austin, you think about how deep the tag team division is here in MLW.
Yep.
You look at the Andersons, the Filthy Pros, Contra, of course, the brand new MLW World Tag Team Champions, Los Depredadores.
Don't forget about the Skyscrapers,
Yeah.
St. Laurent's prize possessions.
Well, yeah, Dijak and Dyer. What about the Pauls, London and Walter House?
Oh, do you have to bring that guy up again?
Of course, it was back, way back on May 2nd when CozyMAX were defeated for those tag team championships down at a sold-out Arena Mexico. And then something, look out. And, oh, Okumura looking for a cozy cutter. As he drops Panther, and gonna drop Dark Panther as well.
Got that one flush.
We'll see if after many weeks of that title
There's the
loss
tag.
on their mind, can Kojima and Okumura shake that monkey off their back as Kojima goes rapid fire with the knife and chops.
But I gotta tell you, here's what I'm seeing. This is just what my trained eyes are seeing. The Panther brothers working as a collective unit. I'm seeing CozyMAX working as two individuals in there. I haven't seen any tag team, double team action, any tag team moves. They've been wrestling like two singles wrestlers so far.
That may be the case, but right now it's Kojima taking the fight of two men to both Panther brothers. Down with a diving elbow. Is that gonna do it? No. Dark Panther bails out his brother, and Okumura right there to look out for Kojima.
Let's see if they, here we go, here's some double team work.
Yeah, let's put it to the test. Back elbow, and the follow-through double elbow drop by the only two-time MLW World Tag Team Champions in history. Could they be the only three-time? Time will tell, but step one could be a victory here. But Blue Panther Jr., other ideas in mind. Oh, no! Panther Jr. out of the way. Kojima, a violent altercation as he collides with Okumura.
Well, I tell you what, if there's been a little bit of tension between those two, that certainly isn't going to help.
Well, I think that speaks to what
Here
you
we
talked
go.
about. Oh, no!
Again.
These men are not in sync.
Not on the same page at all.
Obviously, both occasions an accident, but maybe speaking to the fact of your point, Austin, that they're not communicating like a team.
And here they're going for a double suplex, but
The brothers turn
backfired.
And CozyMAX in trouble, no.
Wow.
I don't know the last time if I've ever seen CozyMAX just straight up out-finessed and out-wrestled.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Look at this. Okumura and Kojima firing shots at one another, and this thing is breaking down. Also, this is the most dominant team of the past year.
Doesn't look that way right now.
And they're not even paying attention to the Panthers, who hit stereo pescados.
I tell you, it's one thing to get over a tough loss physically, but sometimes mentally it's not so easy. And right now,
all four men
CozyMAX
are down. Referee Derek Martha issuing the mandatory 20 count here in Major League Wrestling. And this could be crunch time, Austin. This is an opportunity for one of these teams to potentially rally after a most unexpected turn of events.
will be a huge victory for Dark Panther and Blue Panther Jr. to beat the only two-time World Tag Team Champions, as you just said. If they can do that, they set themselves as top contenders.
Well, Panther is back in.
But wait a minute, these guys are still going out on the outside.
And Kojima and Okumura are just straight up throwing forearms. And this is disheartening. It's like watching a family fight.
I knew my intel was always good. My intel's always good, Dombrowski.
Well, hey, we know things weren't great, but I didn't realize they were this bad, Austin. Wait a minute! Dark Panther playing mind games.
Yeah, just let him fight.
Yeah, that's a count out.
Great, smart move by the Panthers.
They completely ignored the referee's total of 20.
Here are your winners as a result of a countout. Dark Panther and Blue Panther Jr.
All respect in the world to the two sons of Blue Panther, but that's not the way I expected this. That's not the way I wanted this. Kojima and Okumura, a very public and very violent breakup, what was once an unbreakable bond.
Who cares what you want, Dombrowski? A victory's a victory, and tonight, Dark Panther, Blue Panther Jr., they get the W in the win column, and they're going to gain some momentum as they go for the Tag Team Championships.
Panthers move ahead in a very crowded MLW Tag Team